Harper and HarlequinAudio present Mixing Magics by Clare Edge, performed by Karissa Vacker. For my Patrick, thank you for letting me borrow your name and share your life. I choose you in every dimension. Finn's Prophecy. The key is the story you tell yourself about who you are and who you may become. Lives are stories, rooted in the telling, but also changed. Clutched too tightly, stories cannot grow, and grow they must. And what story isn't made better for a bit of mystery? Questions asked together, spoken aloud, or held silently in our hearts keep us connected. Find your story, the thread only you can weave in the tapestry of magic. But it must be true. Only then will you find us. Only then will you bring her home. Part 1. Blood moons and sneaky boyfriends are a messy mix. Chapter 1. The Blood Moon. I meant to conjure the demon, but I didn't mean for the concealer to be quite so good at its job. "Kai, are you still there?" I hiss into the darkness. The wind rustles through the leaves and something howls in the distance, distracting Cleona, my brand new diabetes alert dog. But Kai doesn't answer. Until he does. "Is that a trick question?" he whispers. "Well, if it was, you would have failed."
"So I'm just supposed to ignore my girlfriend when she asks me a question?"
he asks. My stomach does a little flip at the word girlfriend. I like that Kai is my boyfriend, though I really don't know how I feel about that term. It's not itchy wool sweater bad, it's kinda pants with a too tight waistband bad. I really like Kai, but I'm just not used to it yet. There's a lot I'm not used to. Being Kai's girlfriend, okay, it's not that bad. Having diabetes, absolutely that bad. And not having Grandma Orla here for the blood moon ritual, or in this dimension at all. Totally, completely, absolutely the very, very worst.
Burr?
Kai's voice is barely loud enough to cross the space between us. "Don't go too far, okay?" I whisper. "The concealer is doing a very good job, and I don't want to lose you."
"I'm not going anywhere,"
Kai assures me. The emotion in his voice pinches something deep in my chest. It's only been a few weeks since my grandma disappeared into the demon dimension with our cat Darjeeling, an entire coven of rogue blood witches, and the mystery demon I accidentally bound to me. I'm honestly surprised we didn't cancel this full moon gathering, but Mom thinks we need to keep up with rituals. At least Cleo seems excited. She circles me, her tail wagging furiously. It's her first coven gathering since she came home from the shelter with us a few days ago. We've taken to calling her Cleo, which is probably not an appropriate way to shorten the name of a very venerable, and slightly terrifying, figure of Irish mythology. But she seems to like it. Honestly, she seems to like most things. Another thing I'm very much not used to, since before her I've only ever had cats. And cats are pretty indifferent to everything. I think I understand cats better. "Am I low?" I ask, holding out my hand, palm down so Cleo can alert. Kai and I have taught her to bump her nose into the palm of my hand if my blood sugar is too low, and bring her muzzle down on the top of my hand if I'm too high. Not high like that. High as in my blood sugar is too high, because of diabetes. Cleo just wags her tail. Not low then, I guess. Or she's already forgotten the alerts. Kai worked on them with her for hours yesterday, though, so I'm probably fine. "Burr, did Cleo do her business?" My mom's voice calls through the darkness, making me jump. "Yeah, almost done," I call back. I sneak one last look at the spot where the concealer demon is hiding Kai, take a deep breath, and walk back toward Mom and most of the rest of the Bitterroot Coven.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?